We have a little dog here today named Egypt that we've been working with at this workshop for the last couple of days. We've been using nothing more than an English slip lead and some pressure release techniques. She's a very, very high energy dog. So any of you who've ever been to one of our Lucas Agnew workshops is aware of how important tools are to us, and specifically how to use a tool properly. Any tool can be used the right way or the wrong way to either help or hurt a dog. So it's critical that before you use a tool that you know how to use it the right way. So Brian is going to show you how to fit the collar to the dog, how to introduce it, and how to use the pinch, also known as a prong collar, to Egypt.
All right, guys, so we're out here with Egypt, and as you can see, we still have a slip lead on her. And we've been, like Sherry said, we're doing a lot of leash pressure work to get her to understand how to give to that leash pressure just with a soft slip lead. So for explanation purposes, and as we like all of our tools that we use in our workshop, we're going to go ahead and introduce her to this. This is what we call a small prong collar. We get them from Paw Mark, and Ed at Paw Mark puts this quick release on them, modifies them. It is a Herm Springer collar. We tend to use the smaller ones. You find that you can be a lot softer with the dog, and you can actually size it a lot better because the links are much smaller than like a medium one. So we always like to have it really fit really properly, so you find that you don't have to use it like some people really strong. So I'm going to show you, this is what we get a lot of times from clients of how their prong collars are fitted on their dogs. So basically you can see I have the gap in the space here, and so when people talk about how these dig into a dog, this is absolutely going to dig into a dog because it's going to bottom out here. And so basically all you're doing is digging the prongs into the collar. The way they're supposed to go is, if it's fitted the right way, it's supposed to just give a little poop and the dog should respond. So I'm going to swap it out for one that fits properly. And what we're going to do is I'm going to fit it on her. Equipment does fail. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of people. So what we do is we get these little slip collars from Paw Mark as well. And you want to make sure that it's big, a lot bigger than the prong collar itself, so they don't impede on one another. Is that right there? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and clip both into my lead. So now I have a backup here. So it's just a slip collar. So what we're going to do is take her out and introduce her to it, just like we do a slip lead. Nice little pressure and release. Get her used to it. This pressure feels completely different than anything else that she's been on. And I got myself tangled, so hang on. There we go. So again, she's pretty intense. She's pretty hyper, so I'm going to be very careful that I don't allow her to go too far out and come on hard to the leash. So everything I'm going to do, I'm just going to put pressure. So I'm not going to let her build a bunch of momentum, because right now I don't want her to hit the end of that line and get a sharp correction. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just using one finger right here and release the pressure. She is a bit of a nervous dog, so a lot of people would see that body language in her and want to kind of tie it to the fact that she's in a pinch collar, and that's not really the case. And this is a little bit big, but taking one more link out, it's going to actually make it too small. So now we're just going to do some walking exercises. She's got a pretty good feel for this collar and what she needs to do. So if I put a little pressure up, she sits. If I move, if I want to stop her, I put a little pressure up. She backs up. I move. I stop. She sits. And I mean, you can see I'm just using my wrist in this fashion. I'm not even using my arm. So, you know, we always like to say soft in the hand, soft on the leash. And you can see every time I relax the pressure on the leash, I relax the pressure in my arm and in my body. So if I want to move off again, here, right there, she put pressure on herself and she backs up. She's a little bit excited. She's a good girl, so we're going to go off again. So now we're ready to do some walking with her.